Narcissistic individuals don't tend to see themselves as the problem. They believe that they're entitled to do as they please, and you should just have to put up with that. You should just deal with it. Therefore, with their problematic behaviours, they go all out to make out that other people are the problem. They go all out to make out that you're the problem. And there's several occasions a narcissist will go all out to twist things, to twist reality, to twist the narrative, to make out that everybody else is the problem and never themselves. So when it comes to setting things like healthy boundaries, which we're not particularly taught from a young age what boundaries are as such, so we're quite unaware until we meet that one person, and then afterwards we recognise what boundaries are. Therefore, it's quite easy for a narcissist to manipulate people's boundaries, especially people who care about others. When you try to set healthy boundaries around a narcissistic individual, when you try to be assertive in your boundaries, a narcissistic individual will react by portraying you as being the controlling one, the unreasonable one, the one who doesn't care about them. They go all out to make you feel guilty for setting healthy boundaries. They go all out to make you feel like there is something wrong with your boundaries. They will go all out to triangulate you with others and claim that somebody else would, somebody else doesn't mind. They try and shift the focus away from their lack of respect for your healthy boundaries, for your personal space. They feel entitled to push past your limits, and the more you give in to them, the more they will take from you. However, with their double standards, they believe that you should give everything to them, but they don't have to give anything to you. So if you ask them for something, they will put up that boundary, yet they do it in a way where they make you feel guilty for daring to ask them in the first place. When you try to express your feelings, narcissistic individuals simply lack the empathy to care about how you feel. If you try to share any emotions with them that potentially reflect badly on the narcissistic individual, a narcissist will often accuse you of overreacting, of being too dramatic, of being too sensitive, of being unable to take a joke. They want to make you feel guilty for having valid feelings, and they don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour. They can simply just turn around and claim, I'm sorry you feel that way, or you brought it on yourself. I only did it for your own good. They're going to go all out to mask their issues by making you look like the issue. If you try to confront a narcissist about their behaviour, these kinds of people believe they're entitled to do as they please. They are arrogant enough to believe they are always in the right, and they don't believe they need to answer to anybody. So when you confront them about their toxic actions, a narcissistic individual will often go all out to turn the conversation around, throw the narcissist word salad at you, to confuse you, accuse you of the behaviours that they're displaying, accuse you of misunderstanding them, accuse you of trying to start an argument, accuse you of not getting their intentions. If you try and confront a narcissistic individual, they will go all out to make you look like the problem. If you try to make a decision with or without them, narcissists get offended by this. They believe that they should be in control of all the decisions. You should consult them. And if they don't want to give you an answer there and then you should just put up with that. However, if you decide that enough is enough and you need to make a decision on something, such as going to a friend's wedding, and you decide to just reply because you're getting no answer from the narcissist will take offence to this. They believe they're the most important person in the room. They're superior to you. Who cares about your friend's wedding? What about them? They might already have plans. You can know full well they've got absolutely nothing on, but they want to make everything about themselves. So if you try to make a decision without them, if you try to prioritize your own needs and make any form of choices that potentially don't involve them, the narcissist will claim that you're uncaring, that you don't think about them, that you're trying to manipulate them, that you're trying to control them. If you try to seek any form of support, narcissistic individuals go all out to isolate you from your friends, your family, your hopes, your dreams, your hobbies, your finances. So if you try to start earning some extra money, they get offended by this. Narcissistic individuals are the people that demand that you give up everything and then up and leave you with nothing. They demand that you don't work and you stay home and take care of the home, and then they hold resentment against you for daring to ask them for the basics. If you dare to reach out to friends or family, they get offended. They claim that you care about that friend or that family member more than you do them. They claim that you don't need anybody else. You only need them. They make it sound so justifiable in the way they say these things with their charismatic charm turned up or their intimidation. If you try to discuss their behaviour with anyone, they go all out to spread rumours behind your back first. They go all out to ruin your reputation. They go all out to misrepresent the situation, to paint you as the unstable one or the needy one, the one that's not there for them. If you try and end a relationship with a narcissistic individual, if you decide to walk away, they will often turn into the biggest victim that you have ever met. They will claim that you were the very person who wronged them, that you were the one who has abandoned them. They want to manipulate other people into taking their side and feeling sorry for them. If you try and get a narcissistic individual to take accountability, it's not going to happen. They're not going to take responsibility. They're just going to find a way to shift it into how it's everybody else's fault and never their own. They don't see the benefits in supporting their own offspring. They just believe that other people are being manipulative, and they twist it to sound like the victim in any given situation that's not going their way. If you point out their lack of responsibility, a narcissist will deflect and claim that it's you're the one that's making life difficult for them. It's you that's asking too much from them. They will project their own faults and flaws onto you. They divert the attention and refuse to take responsibility so that they don't have to face the consequences of their actions. When it comes to special occasions, narcissists don't like seeing other people succeed. They don't like seeing other people's happiness, so they go all out to ruin these occasions. However, the ways in which they ruin them, they find a way to pin the blame onto somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault and never their own. Trying to discuss something with a narcissistic individual that they don't believe they need to discuss with you, you should just put up and shut up. A narcissist will often twist this into an argument and then accuse you of being the argumentative one, accuse you of always causing the argument, claim that this is why they can't discuss anything with you. In all these kinds of scenarios, a narcissist's goal is to maintain control over the situation, to avoid taking any responsibility, to avoid being held accountable, to avoid facing consequences for their actions. They are looking to shift the blame onto you or onto somebody else so that they can continue their destructive behaviour. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, or any times you noticed that a narcissistic individual made you look like the problem, please do add those into the comments with people reading through. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support with the channel. It's greatly appreciated. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about narcissistic behaviour to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with within your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you understand and overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. If you are looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the video description. I do also have several books out on Amazon, and these are Healing from Narcissistic Abuse, a guided journal to empowerment and recovery, which is less about reading and more about writing to overcome narcissistic and emotional abuse. And then there is the relatively new book, which is the hilarious and horrifying narcissistic memes and their meanings, which are the quotes and memes that I've shared over social media over the past 5 or 6 years, and the meanings on the other side. And then there is 15 rules to deal with narcissistic people, how to stay sane and break the chain. I do also have another book on how to create boundaries around those who have no respect for your boundaries. And then there's the Narcissist Handbook, the ultimate guide to understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, which is all about the criteria and their behaviours and the implications, the effects that it has on you. If anyone is interested in purchasing any of those, they are all available on Amazon. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.